You have olive skin. What are you gonna do about it? Alright, so today I want to talk about how I cope with, deal with, and celebrate my olive skin tone. Olive skin toned people have both that warm yellowish hue to their skin as well as a coolness through easy reddening or a bluishness in their skin. All of this combines to make like a green color, and although nobody looks green obviously, when you compare my skin to other people, you see this weird kind of pallor, meaning dullness to my skin in general. And if you relate, solidarity to you. But I don't think that olive skin tones are ugly. I think that it's just something to manage because we do have maybe acne and redness, but at the same time we have dullness and yellowness. The first thing I do when I wake up is actually right away when I'm in bed, I will go ahead and give my cheek or my forehead a little nudge. I want to just see if my skin is feeling plump, if it's feeling dry alternatively, if it's too oily, if I can feel acne, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. Or if I feel it's flaking or dry in particular areas. This is gonna determine how I treat my skin for the rest of the day and how gentle I need to be with it. All right, so first things first, I always have to take a shower in the morning. If I don't take a shower, it's like 100% sure that I'll be grumpy. If I do take a shower, then it's like 90% sure I'll be grumpy. We're gonna take those odds. Before I shower, I apply some benzoyl peroxide to my face. I use this Solimo brand, it's from Amazon.com. It's a 10% benzoyl peroxide solution that controls acne. There are two major beta hydroxy acids that treat acne essentially, and those are benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid. I found that benzoyl peroxide works better for me, and so in the morning, especially if my skin is feeling really oily or if I can feel the acne coming on, I'll apply this to my T-zone. But for me, my acne gathers around my chin and then the sides of my nose, so it's more like the eye zone. Don't put benzoyl peroxide on your eyes. And by the end of my shower, I have also washed my face with CeraVe's foaming face wash. This is a really gentle cleanser and you almost don't even feel it taking anything off of your skin. And that's a great thing. You want your cleanser to clean your skin, but not strip it of all the oils. And after my shower, let's see, what do I do? I don't towel off my face. I let it kind of just like stay damp. Before all of the water has evaporated from my skin, I make sure to come in with Missha Time Revolution Red Algae Treatment Essence. So this is a pretty great product that I'll just put into the palm of my hand. I do three bloops, and then I rub it in and then pat it on my face. I have makeup on, so I'll put it somewhere else right now. Red algae is really great as a humectant, meaning that it absorbs and keeps water on the surface of your skin. That's why I don't towel dry. I allow for the red algae to soak up the water that's already on my skin and to keep it in that zone. I do 2 or 3 steps after this. So up next is the Hada Labo Skin Plumping Gel Cream. This is super solid. I love putting this on after the red algae extract because it has even more humectants. So we're just keeping the skin super duper plump and moist. The humectants in Hada Labo's cream are namely niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, I believe. And so this is a great step in anybody's skincare routine because whether you have dry skin or oily skin, we all should promote water retention on the skin. And you know how I mentioned that in the morning I wake up and I kind of like assess my skin? If it's feeling particularly dry that day, or I know there are flaky areas, this is where I come in with Cult Classic CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. This cream is super neutral, it doesn't sting, it's not super greasy, it's just, you know, it's just a good friend, you know? It's like that friend that's like solid. I'll put this on my face if I feel I need it because my face is feeling dry. Otherwise, this goes all around my body as well. So whether or not I'm moisturized with CeraVe, I go in with the Biore UV Rich Watery Essence sunscreen. This is SPF 50 and provides coverage for not only UVB rays, which is indicated by the SPF, but also has ingredients that protect against UVA rays. That's not always super clear on sunscreens, but if your sunscreen says PA with plus signs next to it, that means that there are UVA protecting ingredients, and this one has the highest grade of UVA protection. So this sunscreen is enough of a moisturizer most days, comes on super smooth and is really great under makeup. However, it is shiny, so once I have this layer on, my skin's just like super happy but really shiny. From there, I put on my makeup. I don't do too much, although a little bit of makeup does make me feel special, so every day I put on my favorite BB cream over my sunscreen. This mellows that shine and evens my skin tone. For someone with olive skin, it's like my cheeks tend to be kind of reddish here, and my nose, my chin tends to be red. However, all the other parts of my face tend to be a little yellow, so BB cream helps to mellow out and even out my skin tone. I don't know if other people with olive skin face the same issues, but I know that my skin is rather uneven, especially after showering. I have redness in the areas where I applied medication like the benzoyl peroxide, beta hydroxy acid, as well as just like some redness from the warmth of the water. My skin is super sensitive in that way, and so I do apply a little bit of makeup in order to even out my skin tone. And then after all of that is done, I do go in with a translucent setting powder. This one's from Mercier, and I've used like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these already. I think it's super solid, and I don't put powder all over my face, but I will put powder like here on my chin because it's so oily, and then like in my T-zone. I'm actually a little bit selective because I like a little bit of a natural shine on my face, and so my cheeks usually and my cheekbones can preserve their shine, but the rest of my face I try to blot out. So we're at work now. About midday through the day, my skin usually starts to feel a little bit dry, a little bit dull. I actually keep a Missha Time Revolution Artemesia treatment essence that's in a spray form right on top of my desk. I don't have a lot of things on my desk, but this is important to me because midday, if I'm feeling a little bit dull in terms of my skin, I will just give my face a spritz, and a generous one too, because a lot of the sprayed material gets lost in the air actually. So you want to spray and make sure you really feel the dampness on your face and let your skin just absorb all of those nutrients. I say it's better to use your products and use them often than to have them sitting around for, you know, one-off self-care days or those luxuriating occasions that really we don't come across often enough. This Missha Time Revolution Artemesia extract has the Artemesia plant, which has been shown to have an anti-inflammatory response to skin, as well as other fermented ingredients that typically all work as anti-inflammatories. So this spray is similar to the red algae one in that it is mostly a humectant. It's gonna draw up water onto the surface of your skin and keep water on the surface of your skin. I will note that it's more ideal to actually put something like this on and then seal it in with a moisturizer. But you know, when it's halfway through the day and I'm still doing work, I also have makeup on, so I don't want to actually slather anything new on my face. So this is a little boost, and it's not the end-all be-all, but it brings me a lot of joy. And so for those of you who suffer with maybe a little bit of dullness in your skin, or you can feel that your skin is dry midway through the day, and that you're sitting at your computer a lot, or you don't have time to wash your face and put on lotion, I recommend a facial mist that is non-fragranced and doesn't have dyes. Do your own research, but I highly recommend the Missha brand for all of their products that have some natural ingredients but are scientifically backed, and the two don't always go together. I've gone through so many skincare products and makeup products living in that sort of fantasy that I would someday use it, maybe use it when I'm ready, I'll use it. And what I've come to find is that makeup and products expire, and in that expiration they become more irritating for you, not good for your skin any longer, and so you're not going to use it. And when you waste products that you buy, that is literally the worst thing that could happen. You're better off just not buying anything to start with. If you're going to buy makeup products or cosmetic products, make sure that you have a plan to use them. And if you do splurge on something like this, which is very mid-market, make a plan to use it, make a plan to celebrate it and to see its benefits on your skin before it goes bad. Hey, so I want to recap how I do my nighttime skincare routine, as well as some one-off things that I do for my skin. As an olive toned person, I can't reiterate enough how splotchy and kind of uneven my skin can be. This is because there are yellow hues that are coming through that can come off as dull. At the same time, I'm acne prone and quite sensitive to the sun or heat or just like that time of the month. And so before I go to sleep, I make sure to wash my face with something extremely neutral. I do wear makeup typically in order to, you know, do Zooms and live my life, but before I go to sleep, I will wash my face with Banila Co's Clean It Zero, and this is a cleansing balm. Inside there's a little scoop, and you use the scoop to grab a little bit of cleansing wax that you warm up between your fingers and rub all over your face. This melts away all of the makeup, and on top of that, it melts away the sunscreen and anything you put on your face. However, it doesn't strip your skin, and that's what I love about any of the face washes that I use. You know, honestly, people are all about the double cleanse method, and I'm sure that's really clean, but at night I actually just wash my face with this, and then I feel it's really, really clean. I massage it in pretty thoroughly, and so I make sure any crevices and anything on my eyes are all washed off before I move on. And just like out of the shower, I do not towel dry my face. I allow for it to stay wet and moist as I put on the same red algae essence and the same skin plumping gel cream. So this duo is the humectant duo that I always put on morning and evening. If it works, right? And I do have a fear of using way too many products, my skin getting inundated with like all sorts of different natural oils, essences, and chemicals. And so because these work so well, I use it in the morning and I use it at night. Then as everything is growing less damp and just settling in, I'll come in with a moisturizer. I love the brand CeraVe, and I know it's not anything crazy because it's sold in your neighborhood Walmart or Target, but CeraVe is truly a really good brand because they prioritize what works rather than necessarily what sells for a lot of money. That being said, this is one of the most expensive CeraVe products. It's a small nighttime moisturizing cream called the Skin Renewing Night Cream, and I found that this one is just a little bit more decadent than the CeraVe moisturizing cream that I mentioned in the morning. That one in the big tub I use on my face occasionally, as well as all over my body. It's something that I can afford to purchase to put all over my body every day. This, however, is reserved for the nighttime. Rather than being mineral oil based like the CeraVe moisturizing cream, the Skin Renewing Night Cream is shea butter based, and it does feel a little bit more buttery and luxurious as a result. This also has niacinamide as well as everything that the moisturizing cream has. Hyaluronic acid, 3 types of ceramides, and humectants that keep moisture in the skin. So that's the name of the game, right? Just keeping moisture in your skin. Once this is on, I have to allow for my skin to really settle down. So usually I'll go and do my nighttime chores around the house before I come back and apply the last step. The last step in my skincare routine every night is Retin-A, and this is a prescription Retin-A cream known as Tretinoin. I use the 0.05%. That's a bump up from my previous prescriptions. This is the strongest soldier in the army fighting against aging, wrinkling, acne, and skin cancer. Retin-A is the most researched as well as best ingredient that we know of in order to combat wrinkling, sagging, free radical damage, photo damage, hyperpigmentation, etc. on your skin. You'll see skincare products being sold at stores like Ulta or Sephora for really expensive with retinols, as well as more affordable options with retinols. That is all to say that retinols are a more complex form of retinoid and require some processing before it becomes a retinoid, before it becomes bioavailable to your skin. It doesn't mean it doesn't work, it just means your skin has to work a little bit harder in order to receive the benefits. And that's why I opt for a prescription. However, in recent years, stores have partnered with Differin to provide retinoids to consumers. And so you can buy something like this. I think it's a little weaker strength over the counter in, a Walmart or Target, and the product is called Differin. Differin is going to be the most similar product to this prescription skincare and can be really great, but just like with this, when starting out with Differin or Tretinoin or even any other retinol product, you want to go like every other day or once a week, just based on the sensitivity of your skin. I see so much benefit from using this, and I'll never know the counterfactual, but I do believe that my skin has remained more or less the same for the last 2 years while using products like these. And I also see that my skin is less prone to acne, more even, and easier to cope with. Obviously, I'm doing a whole host of things in order to pull off having even skin, but I do think that one of the most well-researched ingredients is certainly helping that cause. Alright, so let's talk about one-offs and treatments. Earlier, I actually forgot to mention I use this Supergoop eye cream with Oat Peptides SPF 37 every day, and I'm just using it until it runs out. I don't think I'll repurchase it, but for what it's worth, it's extra sun protection around my eyes every morning, and it is what it is. I don't even know how I came across this. One word about eye creams is that they are typically not much different from your regular moisturizers, and so if you feel like the area around your eyes needs a little bit more plumpness or color or brightness, go ahead and just apply extra moisturizer there. This CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream, for example, can absolutely serve as eye cream. I want to show you how a good skincare routine can be really luxuriating and fully protect your skin and invest in your skin while being quite minimal and simple. So I only have 3 one-off items that I use. Number 1 is Cure's Natural Aqua Gel, and this is a really strange face exfoliator. It's a Japanese product sold in Japanese stores or online. Do be careful, there are some fake dupes. There are some sites that sell it for a really hefty price, but if you can get your hands on it, I recommend you try this as an exfoliator because it is pretty gentle as far as exfoliation goes, and it feels so good to use. On totally dry skin, you want to put a pump of this into your fingers and then massage it a little bit, but quickly, and then quickly put it onto your face. As you rub it on your cheeks and your forehead and like down your nose, you're gonna have peeling occur of your skin cells, and it is so satisfying because your dead skins are just getting worked out and removed in the process. I have read that some people are skeptical about whether or not this is really exfoliating your skin or if the product itself is creating its own peeling, and you know what, I don't really care because I do think that my skin is smoother and brighter after I use this exfoliating product. At the same time, it does not sting, it does not make my skin feel like it just got scraped, And so whatever it's doing, I do believe is gentle, and I do believe is helping just a little bit. And after I use this, I'll obviously give my skin a big hug by putting on my usual toners and creams and then leaving it alone. I never ever recommend that you use a new product and then combine it with another product that you've never used before. Always be patient with your skin and gentle with your skin. There is no Band-Aid fix, one-time solution where you just come in and blast your skin with nutrition for it to look better. It's the long con, and you want to take steps for your skin today that require time and patience, diligence, and a lifestyle change in order to see really great skin tomorrow. Whatever it is that you're adopting into your skincare routine, you should be able to have a vision and see that you can do it consistently for a while before seeing results and before enjoying that beautiful skin in your older years. Personally, I don't think skincare should sting you, burn you, or leave your face extremely raw and painful. If you're doing that, you're possibly stripping your skin of its natural oils, of some protective skin layers, as well as just setting it up for extreme vulnerability to UV rays as well as visible light rays. So do think about that before you strip your skin down too much, because just like a human, right? Like if you were to take off all your clothes and run outside, you're going to be more vulnerable to the outside than if you left a healthy amount of clothing on. Does that make sense? Okay. The only other thing I do on my face is a face mask. At this point in time, I am extremely picky about face masks, such that I only use this one. This is my favorite of all time, the Hada Labo Tokyo Anti-Aging Facial Sheet Mask, because it doesn't sting my face and it feels so good. And when I take it off, my face is brighter and softer, and it's like the perfect face mask in my opinion. Other face masks occasionally make my face sting, so I don't like that. I don't repurchase. Other masks just don't feel as good. They like literally dry while they're sitting on my face, so I'm like, Other ones are pretty decent, like from 100% Pure. Some of their jelly masks are pretty decadent, but I think they're just too expensive, so I don't tend to buy those. Overall, you want to find face masks that work for you. You shouldn't rely on face masks to have good skin. Treat it like a bonus, a boost, self-care, relaxation, and make sure that you're selecting masks that have good ingredients rather than trendy or marketed ingredients. If it says it's a blueberry mask, research for yourself. What does blueberry do for skin? How is blueberry bioavailable to skin? Is it actually absorbing? Is it actually doing anything? And that's the problem with a lot of products that claim to have vitamin C. Vitamin C is actually really easily degradable as well as easily oxidized. And so the moment you expose vitamin C to the air, it's doing all this work to become ineffective for your skin. And so even if you slapped it onto your skin super quickly from the jar, it's not guaranteed that it's soaking into your skin and being effective as an antioxidant. And that's just one example. But overall, I've spent the last few years not only honing in on what skincare works for me and what is gentle, but really reading most of all about skincare ingredients and learning what has been researched and studied versus what is just super trendy right now and people are buying up even though they don't really understand it. To me, I work way too hard for my money to spend it on things that some influencer is telling me to buy. It's not lost on me that perhaps that's how I'm coming across. And so I want to conclude by saying that there is no skincare product that's going to be a panacea that works for everybody, right? You're just going to have to experiment for yourself. However, the internet is available to you to learn more, and take my word that the skincare provided at stores like Walmart and Target or your neighborhood convenience store can provide at least 80% of what you're looking for in skincare. Don't dismiss the power of a gentle cleanser like CeraVe's cleanser. Don't be fooled that a $80 tub of toner is going to change your life. Find your happy balance, find what's affordable for you, and most of all, practice a lifestyle where you are checking in and aware of what your skin needs, adapting to the changes in your skin based on the time of the month, the year, and the age you are in, and then overall take care of yourself. Your physical, mental, and emotional health all come across in your face. If you are practicing a healthy lifestyle, have a calm, positive demeanor, your face, no matter your genes, is going to be more beautiful for it. I want to share with you 2 bonus items that I use for my skin in general. Number 1, the super sexy Fluocinonide prescription. This is because I have eczema, and for those of you with olive skin tones who have flaky skin or itchy skin, you might want to look into whether that is just typical redness of an olive tone person, or if you have something more serious like I do, which is eczema. My eczema springs up at the source, at the bottom of my, basically wherever my hair ends and my face begins. I just have to remove this cap and dive in, and it's like I know exactly where to squirt it because it's where I'm itchy, so I'll just kind of scratch my head with this nozzle. It's kind of gross. They don't need to know that. But this thing works like magic. I mean, I know it's medicine, but it feels like magic. I just wanted to put a plug for this because I've been prescribed a couple of different eczema-related creams and solutions, and Fluocinonide is my favorite. The other thing I want to mention is a little tool, and I got this online I think for 12 bucks or so. It's a face roller. Please do not misinterpret that I'm saying this is going to give you good skin, but I think it's really nice, calming. There's a siren going off as I was talking about how calming this is. And now the church bells, okay, I am at a certain age where the food I eat the night before shows up on my face the day after. So if I eat some fried chicken or something really salty the night before, when I wake up in the morning, I look different. In fact, that was this morning. So this morning I pulled out my face roller, which is kind of cold to the touch because it's made of metal, and then you rub it on your face kind of like this, just wherever. It's kind of intuitive. You can rub it on your neck too. And I don't believe that this is gonna fundamentally change your skin care game, but I do think it's very therapeutic, and it helps kind of get the blood flowing in your face. So this morning my face was so puffy, I just sat on the sofa and rubbed this cool tool all over my forehead and my cheeks, and I felt a lot better. I felt like I was actually opening my eyes and that blood was running all around my face, and for what it's worth, I think that it helps. It helps me feel better at the very least. So if you own a tool like this, or a jade roller, or something else that is a tool that touches the skin of your face, you have to be diligent about cleaning it thoroughly, whether under water with soap or with an antibacterial spray. If you don't do this, you are better off not using the tool at all, because the tool is going to be so dirty that you're just putting bacteria onto your face. And if you get acne, if you get irritation, or if you just don't want your face to have to fight battles that are unnecessary, you wouldn't do that. So that's it from me. Please let me know if this video was helpful to you. My last video on olive skin toned Asians was such a hit, I thought I would make another video. So let me know if you are also olive toned, maybe you're Asian, maybe you're not. Let me know what else you'd like to see in relation to having olive skin tone. Until then, practice a healthy lifestyle, practice gratitude, and remember, I love you, you got this, and everyone is beautiful no matter what.